Hi, welcome to Wishful TV episode 1. Today we're in Brighton at the King and Queen interviewing North Carolina's very own bluegrass country band, Chatham County Line. Check it out. She's a Richmond in North Carolina. She never met this train. Oh, the name is He's John Tier. He plays mandolin and fiddle for Chatham County Line.
He's Dave Wilson, and he sings and plays guitar for Chatham County Line.
Right. So this is your third visit to Brighton, you said?
Third visit, yes, sir.
Okay, and what are the festive venues that you played? Do you remember at all?
We played a place called Polar Central, and I don't believe it's there anymore. The name's different. So we played the Hanbury Ballroom, which I think might be a dance club now. I don't know. Okay. But so far, this place has got the most mojo.
With your UK shows, how do you feel the crowd differs? How did your music translate to a European audience? Do you think it's much different from when you play stateside?
Well, there's a real community in this style of music in this area overseas, and you find people that come to the show really have a respect and a great knowledge of the style of music you're playing, or country music background, or alternative country, or whatever it is. Everybody brings their own knowledge to the table when they listen to the show, so they get a lot of the things you're doing. Yeah. Where in the States, it's a lot of that, but it's not as much of a community. People just go out and have fun and see the show.
With a camera on the walls to reach 1975, and no one crossed off the day.
Now, what would you say your influences have been across the years?
Well, I guess starting off, I had a fiddle teacher, Jan Johansson, in the States, in North Carolina, and he kind of started me in the bluegrass field and introduced me to Bill Monroe and all the big names, Bill Monroe, Ralph Stanley, and all the kind of the roots of bluegrass. And so I think in the beginning I got into John Hartford and Sam Bush and all these players like that, and then he introduced me to a lot of the beginnings of bluegrass, and that's where I got to cut my teeth and learn a lot about that and get the respect and try to add that energy and that tradition in the music. And from then it's kind of branched out. We kind of started in a bluegrass vein and really centralized ourselves around that. And then from there, we also have a rock and roll background, and we appreciate all kinds of music. So we kind of take from everything nowadays. From Wilco, I mean, we listen to all kinds of things in the car. What would you say? Well, part of our music draws from the long litany of singer-songwriters, especially the Texas, people like Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt. We feel like we're incorporating a lot of that, telling a story that is the essence of songwriting and singing a song, and bringing that to a genre that was really based around hot picking, and kind of melding the two together, along with our love for modern music that's out there today. I mean, we listen to anything from like Kings of Leon to My Morning Jacket or the Fleet Foxes. We listen to all the stuff in the car. As the years go by, you absorb that stuff, and it leads you to other things, or vice versa.
Are there any particular artists that you'd like to work with in the future?
We talked about doing an album that features some of the Texas singer-songwriters, like I said, like Guy Clark, Steve Earle. And of course, he had the great Mountain record that he did with Del McCurry, which was a great and huge influence on us right when we started, or after we started for a while. Love to work with Leonard Cohen. There's so many great artists that we love to work with. And, we're doing some records now. We're putting out a new record next year with a Norwegian singer-songwriter by the name of Jonas Fjell.
You might know him. He played with Rick Danko and Eric Anderson back in the 80s, late 90s. And they put out a few records, but we've kind of been backing him up, and we'll write songs together. And it's been a real adventure in what she's, like you're saying, like working with someone else, where we're used to standing on our own 8 feet, just adding those other 2 feet. It's a real interesting process.
Do you say you draw on most for inspiration? Is it not only the singer-songwriters that inspired you, but is it, true life events, what happened to you, or what you see on the TV, on the news?
For example, there's a song on our second record, Route 23. It's a story of a man that runs a gas station for many years of his life, and they build a new highway, and it takes the people away from his business, and his business can't survive. I had written that song, and my mother actually brought it to my attention that my father ran a hardware store in downtown where I'm from, and they closed the road in front of his store, and he had to end up closing his door because of that. And that somehow subconsciously worked into that song. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of affairs of the heart, like everyone deals with, women that can't be trusted, and women that can't be trusted too much. All that stuff works.
All right, great. Well, guys, good luck with the show tonight. Thank you very much for doing that.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cheers. There you go.